Hey everybody, it's Amy from amybombas.com. Today I want to talk about 4 things that you should be doing if you want to retire your husband or spouse with doTERRA. So the first thing I would really encourage you to do would be to have lots of open communication. Okay, so that's number 1. Make a plan, talk through all the different things you could think about, would this work well for us as a couple? What would it look like? What would our days look like? What would our weeks look like? What would our family look like? What do we want? What would it take? All of those things. You're not going to be able to think through every possible angle. That's not possible, but try. Have lots of conversations. Keep the conversation open and going as you work towards rolling out that plan, okay? Number 2 would be find a pace that works for you. You might be a marathon runner. You might be really energized by more of a sprinter pace. What our family chose and what ultimately I think would be my recommendation would be a little bit more of a marathon. If it ends up being a sprint, that's okay. But the bottom line is I knew that we had to pick a pace for our family that we could sustain without losing our minds, that didn't put, we worked hard, still work hard, too much pressure on us, didn't spread us too thin. And so think about that. What does that look like? How many hours a week? Are there certain times when you're going to be working more hours a week? Yes. Maybe less? Yes. But what does that pace look like? That's really important to identify. Number 3 would be getting buy-in from people. You've talked to your spouse about it. What about your other family members, maybe your children? How can you involve them? How can you involve your spouse? What would that look like? I'm not always super good at this, but I try to find ways to include. I know there's some moms who make goal, how you can track when you meet a certain goal, and then the whole family gets to do something when you reach that goal. Maybe you want to involve your family in that way. Maybe you need to talk with more than just your immediate family to get that support, but have those conversations and really get good buy-in as best you can, okay? And the 4th tip would be don't look to the right or to the left. You've talked through what's going to work for your family. You know what your goal is, and you know basically how you want to get there. So just do your thing. I think that you can absolutely learn and glean from others, but what has ultimately been instilled in you that has inspired you towards that goal is that's an internal thing, I think. So learn from people, glean from people, have good conversations, but don't look to the right or left or compare. Okay, so those are my 4 things that you can do to help work towards retiring your husband or spouse with doTERRA, okay? I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed this video today, and be sure to check out the resources tab on my website. The link is in the video description. Have a great day, everybody.